Hello everyone, welcome to Interpret and Tradition. Boy, do I have some good news for you today. We all need good news. Now, let me introduce the subject. You heard me talk many times about nuns. You heard me talk about women. That we don't have enough women leaders, just copies of men. I was criticizing political leaders, saying that they seem to me to be mediocrities in politics, that they all go through, it seems that they all go through the young programs at the World Economic Forum, the young people, the young leaders programs at the World Economic Forum. And they're all chosen because those clever little heads, they lack everything else. They lack wisdom, they lack integrity. Well, today's politicians, men and women, really do not know what that is, and if they do, they don't care. In other words, the moral Rubicon has been crossed. I have even talked about students serenading the Virgin. Well, here is what turned up on my YouTube feed. Nuns, traditional nuns as I remember nuns, although my nuns were different. They were the Sisters of Charity with their huge talks, cornets, I suppose. Anyway, their habits were changed very, very early on. I think it had to be very early after during the Vatican Council. I think it was in 1964, but by the time they had changed it, we girls had known for a long time, perhaps even a year, that their habits were going to be changed. So one of the first things that Vatican II did, actually thinking back, in my own experience, was actually telling nuns to change their habits or to do away with them altogether. Well, you know what happened. But, never mind. Listen, do not despair, my traditional comrades at arms, because I bring you back good news. Nuns are back. I told you once, when talking about men and women in the church and elsewhere, really, when talking about power, men, and authority, women. I told you that when Mother Superior came into the room, it was all that Monsignor could do to go and hide in the closet, right? Now, regarding the liturgy, the old Mass of the Ages, can you believe that nuns of the Immaculate Heart, that is the order, I remember this order actually, anyway, in the Benedict Center in Harvard, Massachusetts, USA. I told you that in another video that I feel personally that the restoration of the Catholic Church will come from the USA, because also, in my opinion, that is also where the moral decadence and degeneracy center is, exporting it to the rest of the West. And I feel that the healing and the restoration will come from America too, from Kansas, in the heart of the nation, at the town of St. Mary's and the Church of the Immaculata, which has just been recently consecrated. But, well, here we are, the Sisters of the Immaculate Heart in Massachusetts, fighting back. Here are women fighting back in the way that they can against the attempt to terminate the old Mass. Here is a bunch of nuns fighting back in perhaps the only way they can without falling into the trap of disobedience to the Vatican or to the bishops or anybody else. Because we know that this obedience virtue is sometimes abused. But they're back. I'm saying that this will not be the first time that women are called to lead the charge. We see it in history, we see it in politics, and we see it in the church too. Joan of Arc, Saint Teresa of Avila. Do you know that little anecdote about Teresa of Avila, Saint Teresa of Avila? The bishop was complaining about the fact that there are women out there talking about theology. Tusk. And Teresa writes back a letter, very polite, very obedient. You couldn't fault it. Perfect letter. But then she inserts a little thingy there. And she says, "And Your Excellency, even though we are women and we have no letters, sometimes we get things right." Punch! Right? Okay, so we never heard from the bishop again. Okay, so I'm going... Let me drink a little bit of coffee because I need some strength. I'm so excited. Anyway, I'm putting down a link below to these nuns of the Immaculate Heart in Harvard, Massachusetts, singing a song that they have written themselves. It is called The Mass of All Time. Some of you may have seen it, but I think they only posted it yesterday. Okay, and they wrote it themselves, and the tune is from an old Irish tune, the Town I Loved So Well. I checked who the bishop in Massachusetts is, and it sounds like, where is it? O'Flaherty, Shan, oh dear, I lost the name. Anyway, very Irish. So, Your Excellency, Your Grace, I hope you will like it. It's an old Irish tune and beautiful words to it. So I'm putting a link down below, okay, so that you can watch it. They are not attacking anything or anybody. Let me make that clear. They are not attacking anything or anybody. They are simply defending what is theirs. A song that may well become a hymn throughout the Catholic Church. Someone should tell them to copyright it because in their video, which you will see, and you have the lyrics there so you can follow the lyrics, they don't even have a little link to donate or anything like that. So I don't know whether perhaps we should all just send them a couple of bucks, for goodness sakes. I mean, just a cup of coffee, So let us learn this song. Ask your children and grandchildren to learn it. Watch it before the possibility of, something might happen with YouTube bringing it down. Don't think I'm exaggerating. If you're going against the narrative these days, be it in politics, being in anything, you might be a little bit into trouble. So I'm noticing this in my minuscule channel, so that is why I'm saying. Anyway, listen to it. Catholic women everywhere. Download it to your phone, learn it, and we are going to lead the fight back. Sometimes we have to step in, as I said. Men are men, sometimes they can go no further. As in politics, in history throughout, times come when we women have to take over, if only for a little while, and redirect them and guide them and lead men in their fight. We see things differently, we see things further, because we are the givers of life and therefore the preservers of life and traditional mores. So, my point is that the tide has turned. Arise, arise. The Sisters of the Immaculate Heart from Boston, Massachusetts, a Benedictine center, are providing us with the tool. It's a song, words. We fight with words. We don't fight with our fists, right? But they have stood up, and now it's up to us to take the baton and organize, and who knows, we might even go out and serenade a bishop or two. So this is a song of love, okay? So women, please, sometimes staying at home and praying the rosary is not enough. Sometimes in moments of crisis, we are called to act. Action is also required. So let us take this hymn now and let it be our battle song. Watch it, you have the lyrics there, and let me know what you think. Bye-bye.